G'day, it's the Andy Social Podcast, episode 223. This week's guest is a return guest. He is a favourite. Actually, I don't think there's been anybody on the Andy Social Podcast so far. It's been on 3 times. There probably is somebody and I just haven't thought of them. But anyway, this week's guest is Nat's What I Reckon. And Nat's been on, well, there you go, fucking 2 times before. Now it's the 3rd time. And well, actually, just to take a step back, when I first caught up with him a couple of years ago, we did the first episode, which was episode 111, I believe. So we've almost doubled that number. I should have had him out last week. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So episode 111 and then 156. But the first one that I did with him a couple of years ago, I was all, oh man, like you're doing really fucking well with your videos, man. Like you're getting a few 100,000 hits a video and, you know, doing really well, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, since all this coronavirus stuff's kicked in, the guy's like had about 30 million fucking views across about 5 or 6 videos so far. Like just insane. Like these things have popped just on Facebook alone. Like I'm just looking at Facebook. I mean, you know, and on all the other platforms, you know, once you combine it all, who fucking knows? But it's a hell of a lot of attention that he's getting, and it's just come out of just not having a lot else to do at this point in time, like many of us around the world, where we're all sort of having to stay at home and try and you know, take care of ourselves and take care of the people around us by not getting out there and doing normal day-to-day stuff. And Nat's fucking taking that and run with it, and he's creating content. Lots of it. So I'll have links in the show notes. You can search for Nat on Facebook. So Nat's What I Reckon. Also on Instagram and YouTube. I'll dump all the links in the show notes. I mean, to be honest, most of you guys will know who Nat is. You've seen his videos, but just on the off chance, because, you know, he hasn't hit the whole global population yet, but no doubt there'll be somebody out there that hasn't checked him out yet. So make sure you click on the links, check them all out, share them around if you enjoy them. I'm sure he'll appreciate as well. But yeah, we did a quick catch up. You know, we couldn't catch up in person like the last couple of times, so we did it over the old Facebook call. We were gonna, it was audio only, but we had it on video, which was really awkward because apparently, like the majority of the conversation, my screen just froze, so he just got one shot of me for the entire time. And I'll put the photo, I've saved it, I've got the screenshot, I'll chuck it in the show notes. You can have a look, but yeah, not the most pleasant of photos from me, not the most flattering. So maybe the conversation could have been a hell of a lot better had I looked a little bit more pleasant in this conversation. But it was fun to catch up with him. We didn't talk for too long. It was a bit of a shorter one. But the dude's busy as all hell. He's getting pulled in every direction. He's been on mainstream TV and in the newspaper, and just he's getting a bit of global attention. And he's just smashing. He's doing great things. So even just to grab him for a short period of time and just shake him a little bit and go, hey, how's it going? And what's happening in your world was super cool. So hopefully you guys get something out of it. Enjoy it. As I said, that's what I reckon. You can find it on all the socials. I have it all in the show notes over at andysocial.net, or you can go to andydowling.net where you can find everything about this podcast, my other podcasts, Not to the Old School, as well as Self-Starter, and our band Lord as well, lord.net.au, bit of old school heavy metal. So anyway, enough plugs. Here we go. Enjoy this great chat with Nat's What I Reckon.
We can do 3, 2, 1, go, if you like. Or both clap.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Is it 3, 2, 1, then clap?
I think it's 3, 2, 1, then clap.
Yeah.
Hang on. Testing. Yeah, okay, go. This is working fine. You beauty. Okay. I'm ready when you are.
All right.
I can't clap and press the button, so
maybe I'll clap, because I'm already... Oh, hang on. I'm already recording. Just fucking record.
Okay.
I can sync it up. It's easy.
Okay, no worries. Yeah. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, clap. All right. I'll just do it anyway because it's funny.
Yeah, okay, sure.
1, 2, 3.
That was pretty good.
That was amazing. Oh, my God.
How's things?
Well, yeah, not too bad, man.
Yeah, you've been copping a bit of a verbal and all sensory bashing over the past, I don't know, several weeks or past week or so.
Have I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose so. There's a lot of there's a lot of conversation going on at the moment.
I bet. Well, you're certainly making the most of the lockdown, that's for sure.
Yeah, doing a lot of pumping out a lot of vids, doing a lot of online business stuff, which is great. It's turned out that's worked out pretty well.
Was that before all this lockdown stuff's been happening? Was that sort of on the idea or on the list of things that you were going to do anyway, and it was just good timing?
Nah, not really. No, I just kind of went for it. I didn't. I didn't really plan that. Actually, yeah, I just filmed this video thinking like when the restrictions started coming in. I just had this idea to start making cooking videos. Like it'd be a good thing to kind of kick off if it gets serious, and it kind of did, and is. So yeah, I actually kind of didn't really like the first video, and then it went really well. So here I am, lucky.
Just keep going. Just don't stop until someone tells you to stop.
That's it. Who's that person?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, that's right. It's just one person. Maybe someone close to you, because there'd be too many other people to consider. Are you copping? I mean, we've spoken about this in the past about obviously you get a lot of good attention, but you get a lot of below average attention as well along the way. Is the volume increased just out of ratio of considering the amount of views your videos are getting?
No, not really. No, it's been like overwhelmingly positive, to be honest. Like there's a whole new crowd that's arrived on the page because of this. There's a whole lot of I suppose more diverse kind of crowd. There's been a lot of blokes on the page, and that can be a lot of cheeky shit come out of them. But there's a lot more women following the page now and our stuff, which is fucking awesome. So our gender balance, by looking at the analytics, is pretty much bang on now. So that's, but no real. It is, yeah. It's something we've been working towards for a while. So I'm glad that I've managed. I'm not really trying to shoot for the masculine crowd. I'm trying to kind of keep it, a bit everybody. So it's nice that that's managed to happen.
I think it's a tough thing. I mean, when you've had, and you do have experience playing in bands over the years, and it's just always been stereotypically a boys' club for the most part, and you're desperately trying to get a bit more of a balance going. And it's usually, at least from my point of view and our experience, it was always like you'd be laughing if it was like an 80-20 balance, and usually be less than that. And now, like, if you can get anything better than that, you're on your way. So for you to be sort of what you're doing now and sort of almost be cut down the middle 50-50, I mean, it's great.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's really good that it's really good that we've found something that we can all kind of hang out and watch and laugh at together.
And you've been getting a bit of extra attention from the media as well.
Yeah, lots of that. It's been it's been pretty weird. I'm often shocked that people want to talk to me anyway. Like, but it's the newspaper stuff, and it was now the newspaper. I had a chat to the Guardian. Like, gone on the telly, did the Channel 9 thing. That's fucking hilarious. I'm constantly reminded not to swear too, and particularly by the TV. That like they were fucking adamant that I wasn't allowed to swear, and they reminded us several times, all the way up to the fucking we're rolling.
And just remember, no F-bombs, no nothing.
No effing and jeffing, champion.
Yeah. Was that a big learning curve for you, just to sort of go off? I mean, obviously, you've been doing videos for a few years, and you've always got a bit of attention on them, but to go out on, I don't know, that air quote sort of mainstream sort of platform, was that a big step for you?
To go on the telly, you mean?
Yeah, or even just dealing with sort of a bit more of that mainstream press and media. Yeah,
it is weird. It's weird. Doesn't feel like I never feel like I'm the right crowd for a place really, but it doesn't feel it feels a bit surreal, I suppose. But I'm not swearing. I've got some practice in that. I try not to swear around my mother heaps, so I just kind of switched into that mode a bit.
So you weren't completely thrown outside of your comfort zone.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, man. I guess, was it more of a case now, like, because are you putting out the videos about one a week now, or one every couple of weeks, or?
No, one every week at the moment. Yeah, trying to keep the pace going. Yeah, just trying to look at what people want to see me cook. I suppose at the moment it's turned into a fucking cooking channel. Not something I thought would happen, but yeah, we're trying to pump one thing out a week. So yeah, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to get all that just so it ends up taking me on top of everything else. I'm lucky to I usually just get it out within the week. So yeah, fingers crossed we got another one this week.
Do you find yourself walking down the aisles of Marrickville Metro, just scratching your head trying to work out, oh fuck, okay, what am I gonna get this week?
What am I gonna get stuck into this week? Yeah, that's exactly it actually. Just walking in like, fucking what grubby shit are people eating at the moment? Yeah, there's some horror shows in a jar, in a packet. There's this thing I saw a while ago, which was fucking microwave roast chicken that you could, like, it came in a bag that was in another bag, and you're supposed to microwave the fucking whole bird for 2 hours. No, not 2 hours, like 45 minutes on high in a microwave. Who cooks anything for more than fucking 5 minutes in a microwave? 45 minutes. I think it'd be as hot as the sun.
So what is it? Is it a raw chook?
Yeah, it's a raw chook, and you bang it in a fucking tucker fucker and send it round for 45 minutes. Can you fucking imagine that hot fucking mess in a bag? So I've been looking for that. I'm trying to find the fucking shit in a bag chicken to rip into that.
Have you ever taken advantage of the $10 chooks that you usually get from Coles or Woolies?
Oh, look, I'm not going to say I never have, but it's not a routine of mine. No, I don't. I'm a cook it myself kind of fella.
Yeah, that was definitely a bachelor life decision that I used to go for, and that was me being a bit luxurious with my eating habits. It was usually 2-minute noodles or the equivalent at the time. So diet wasn't a high priority, especially in the early 20s.
I mean, you could do worse than a fucking charcoal chicken.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty good. I would imagine it went on some white bread.
You got me. Yeah.
Gotcha. It's all right, we've all been there.
Yeah.
It's good. Eating like that's great, but you just shit yourself fucking too often. So it's particularly in your 30s, you can't fucking just eat that shit in white bread.
No, not
at all. Clean up your act.
You're not. Yeah, you haven't got inside, sort of metal insides as you would when you're younger, where you can just like basically ingest anything and just wake up the next day and just go, I'm sweet, and just keep trucking.
That's it. It's all. You'll end up fucking on the Nexium. You end up good mates with my Atlanta.
Oh yeah, definitely. Have you seen those? Speaking of raw chooks and dodgy food, have you seen the? I don't know if it's actually still a thing, but the chook in a can.
Oh fuck yeah, that's my backup.
Is it?
Fucking chicken in a can. What the fuck is that? We'll have to do it. We'll have to fucking pull one out. I've never. I've always seen those and been like, "Are you fucking kidding? What the hell is in that?"
Well, I thought it was made up to begin with. I didn't think it was a real thing. And then
I want to know what happened. What do you mean to begin with? You got one, fucking ate it.
Just open the top of the can at home.
At the shops. They're in like a tin, right? It's in like a fucking,
I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah,
like tin tomatoes kind of thing.
Yeah, sitting in some sort of
formaldehyde.
That's right. That'll do wonders for your lining. bit of protection. Bit of COVID-19 repellent.
Oh fuck yeah! There's some gnarly shit you can get in, like those fucking sausages, those beans and sausages, those little fucking mystery dicks that come in the, you know the ones I mean, the spaghetti and sausages that you get in the tin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You can get ravioli in a tin. Yeah, there's some fucking scary shit out there, man.
I used to get the like those little sausages, like sort of like the Frankfurter sort of things, and have them in like they're in airtight plastic bags that you get in the cold section.
Yeah, yeah.
And I would just eat them straight
Cocktail
out.
Franks.
Yeah, that's the ones. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. They were a delicacy back in the day. Yeah,
Little bowl tomato sauce out.
yeah,
Fucking
yep. Sit on the couch in front of the idiot box and
ride the lightning. Ride your way to the fucking bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've done a cocktail. Frankfurts have been something I've never been able to. I've never just made friends with. They're just always tasted fuck to me. I've never been able to get into it. I've occasionally get this strange, like, desire to eat a hot dog, and I don't know why. I think it's just because I like the look of them. They look so just cartoon. You want to eat it, kind of. And it's always fucking disappointing. It's always mystery mixed pig stick fucking wrapped in plastic bag. And why do I want to eat that?
That's what I'm going to call it now, pig stick. I love it.
Yeah.
Is there anything you still eat that's pretty fucking foul?
Oh, look, takeaway on the road, sometimes you fucking eat some gnarly shit. I'm not like better than anything, I'm not better than these disgusting foods. But yeah, look, there is, if it's getting really bad, I have eaten that. There's that packet Alfredo shit where you put the milk in. It's been years since I've eaten it, but that'd be about as bad as it'd get. I would eat that for a laugh now, just for the nostalgic laugh. But yeah, I don't eat shit like that. I don't eat that fucking pre-made food anymore. It's just gross. It just fucks my guts up. I had crook guts for a while. And as soon as I changed the way I ate, and I wasn't even eating that bad, but it was like, I can't even go near shit like that now. I just don't have a fucking heartburn. It's gross.
Was it something like inflammation that you were getting from just eating?
I just had heartburn from being a fat ass. Like, I was just drinking too many beers and, just eating too much. I was just eating too much of a good thing. It was from like my love of cooking really that caused all this trouble. I got sick when I was younger. I think I spoke about that in one of the other potties, but yeah, I got sick when I was younger and ended up having to have one of my lungs removed, or most of it, and yeah, it just kind of doesn't really lend itself to exercise heaps. And so I was just cooking all the time. I live in big like warehouses and share houses and stuff, and just cooking for everyone. And it was fucking like pork belly one night, and it was roast this the other night, and I was just kept trying to perfect all these dishes and eating and just drinking heaps of beers, and just the worst heartburn all the time. But yeah, as soon as I drop that weight, see you later, heartburn.
Did you always know that was the link between the two?
No, it took me ages. I thought, you just needed to, I thought obviously like drinking beer and fucking eating pork belly isn't good for your guts. But I didn't realise that it was just because I had a big beer gut. Yeah, so that was causing all the fucking trouble. So yeah, I've managed to knock that on the head, thank God.
Was it anyone in particular who sort of gave you sort of the insight to sort of make a couple of adjustments, or was it just a gradual thing? You sort of just worked it out yourself?
Nah, just getting the shits with it, man. I was getting sick of being a big guy. Like, I'm getting sick of having to hold my breath to fucking do my shoelaces up because I've already got bad lungs. Well, they're all right now, but like it was just bad. And I'm like, this is fucking annoying. Like, I'm just over it. I'm gonna hit the gym and start training and learning about what food does to you and like what calories are and what, where I can get the shit my body needs and not too much of it. And obviously things like booze are fucking, your body doesn't need that at all. I ended up going on these weird diets. I just got the shits with it, more or less, and just fucking started changing my ways, and it's been fucking great. I experimented with some weird diets, but I'm glad I've worked out how to just eat properly and not fucking stack on a mad gut.
That diet shit's hard because it's always short term, short lived. You know, you go and make a change, but it's always for like this, you know, short period of time, and then what do you do after that? You just go back to whatever you're doing before. So
that's right.
It has to be that lifestyle change, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Well, that's the whole thing. It's diet. It's just it's like a holiday from eating like a fuckwit, you know. It's like, well, I tried the keto diet for a while. I haven't even spoke to you about this. I've fucking tried that gnarly diet. Whoa, holy shit, that fucked me up so bad. I think it's good for some people. I think it's good for people that suffer. I think it was a diet designed for epilepsy or people that suffered those kind of things. And it's also quite helpful if you're diabetic, I think, because of the less carbohydrates. It's like zero carbohydrate diet, or under 20 or 30 grams a day. But by going on this fucking weird diet, I actually worked out I was like measuring my macronutrients, and everything was going on a scale. And I actually learnt what everything was and that's how I started measuring food. But then when I realised I lost heaps of weight in the first month, I lost like 6.5, 7 kilos.
Were you just shitting it out?
I fucking was shitting myself hard. Just tap ass fucking galore. But it was like, just felt miserable. I also restricted myself way too much. But stuff you learn. And I realised that I tried like a couple of months of just eating right, but not eating ketogenic fucking weird shit. You can't just eat fucking bacon and cheese and no fruit. It's a weird diet. I mean, fine if your body lends itself to that, predisposition, but mine fucking doesn't. It just makes me crook.
I think that's
heartburn made its way back. That's for sure.
Oh man. I can only begin to imagine. I just know what it's like when you go to one of those Brazilian barbecue joints or whatever, and it's this meat fest, and then for the next 24, 48 hours, nothing's staying in your system, that's for sure.
No, it's just fucking...
Just in and out.
Yeah, it's no fibre. It's fibre. You got to get the fibre in you. That's what Metamucil's all about. It's because people eat like fucking dumbasses and don't get enough fibre in them. And then you just eat loads of fucking greasy, fatty shit, and then you feel crook. Ta-da! What a surprise. Fibre. Good gear.
I mean, that's always been a hard thing for me, is just trying to work out what you can do that's actually sustainable. Like, trying to make little tweaks along the way, so you sort of change your habit instead of just going from one extreme to the other. Even with beer, I love a beer.
Yeah,
and I certainly don't drink as much as I used to, but it's a case of trying to, like, I'll just put stupid rules in just to try and psychologically just keep myself in line. So even during all this lockdown stuff, I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to do 100 push-ups before I'm allowed to have a beer. And so I'll cry for the day. Rule. I'll cry for the day. Like I'll just, it's like, kicking and screaming, getting dragged along the ground as a kid, but I'll get there in the end, and then I'll feel good.
Do you get the 100 done? How many are you fucking doing at once?
Oh no, just 10 a go. Like I'm not going too hard, but
it's like 100 at once. Jesus Christ.
No way, no.
You'll be fucking dead.
Well, I'd have other things to worry about, I think. But just 10 a go, and just space it out through the day, and it's pretty doable. But I think half the time you have every intention to do something healthy, and you just never get around to doing it. So for me, it's like, oh, we'll just do little spurts here and there, and even just mentally.
It has to make you feel good too, otherwise you're not going to fucking do it. If it's just punishment, why the fuck are you going to go back? There needs to be some kind of reward in it. If you're seeing change, then you're going to want to keep doing it, Because it has to be sustainable. Like you say, you can't just fucking eat like a sparrow, or you can't, just do a zillion. You can't out-exercise a shit diet, is the absolute truth. You can't you'd be running for fucking 6 hours a day if you just ate Maccas all day,
Yeah.
Just to try and keep up with that. You need to, it's just about the amount you stick in and the amount you fucking put out. But doing 100 push-ups, mate, fucking ain't what you want.
Oh, I don't know about that, but I think one thing that, it affects you mentally as well. So if you're eating shit and drinking a lot of booze, then I've only noticed it in the last probably year or so, that I think, whatever chemical makeup I've got, I've noticed a difference to the way I react to alcohol in particular. And I get a bit down the dumps and a Debbie Downer and a bit cranky pants after having a few drinks, or the next day after boozing up. And so I finally worked out the link and go, well, hang on. I only feel like shit and I don't want to do anything after I've been drinking or when I've had a few drinks. And so it's like, okay, well, maybe there's an answer there. So maybe
fucking don't have as much.
It did take a few attempts at convincing myself, but you start to make a couple of changes and you go, oh, okay, yeah, that's true. So I didn't drink last night, and for some reason I'm super productive today, and I'm actually optimistic about things. So hey, there you go.
Good for you, mate. Yeah, can't quite say it was the same.
But diet's the same thing as well. Like if you feel sluggish, then fuck you've got an uphill battle to even get off your ass and go for a walk, let alone anything else.
That's it.
You mentioned online over the past couple of weeks, you had a bunch of gronks going out there and
scammers.
A few imposters.
Yeah, there's a few fucking filthy grubs trying to steal money off people with my face on it, which is a bit fucking annoying. Yeah, it's a new development for me because it's quite relentless. That there's a couple of scamming pages. One of them is called fucking Nat's Cash Prize. There's another one called Timu. What they do is they set up I don't want to tell people how to fucking do it, but it's not saying your crowd are trying to fucking scam people. Sorry.
Hey, you never know. You never know.
You never know. It's a cheeky bastard out there looking to pretend they're me. They set up these profiles and comment off my page. So they're commenting on people's shares and getting their credit card details and creating a fucking ton of work for us because, like, the amount of messages I've got to go through, I'm just trying to pump through this amount of messages alone, let alone poor people being scammed, being like, what the fuck, dude? Where's my $5,000, It's like it's getting people's fucking details, and I can't, for the life of me, get them pulled down. I've just been reporting them constantly, but that's all right. Price of all this attention, I suppose.
I was going to say over the past what's it been 5 weeks or so? I think have you had more views across those last 4 or 5 videos than probably everything you've done combined? It had to be pretty close.
On some medias for sure. On YouTube, definitely.
Yeah.
YouTube's, thank God, at last kind of started to pick up a bit. But Facebook's been crazy. Each video's been getting around 5 million, some 6 million views, which is crazy. It's fucking huge. Definitely our followership, is that a word? It is now.
It is now.
Has gone up just exponentially. Fucking crazy, which is awesome. And I'm pumped. I've been working fucking so hard for it, so it's nice that after the tour got cancelled, that this has turned into some full-time stuff that's been a success here.
Yeah, it worked out well. I mean, did I read right yesterday or the day before that the other shows that were postponed later in the year have been all sold out now as well?
Yeah, that's right. We sold the whole national tour out.
Fucking oath.
Just fucking awesome, yeah. I think there'll be some confused people turning up looking for a celebrity chef.
Yeah.
When I've written the show before I even did any of that.
Where's the chopping board?
Yeah, I might have to incorporate something there, make some fairy bread or toast and stuff or something.
Just add a extra little part at the end of it. Get the apron out or something.
Yeah, I don't think they'll like me cooking things on stage. We'll see.
Well, I really liked it. I went to the first Sydney one, I think. Might have been the first night. And it was really good. I had no idea what to expect. Like I just thought, because I know you did a couple of the sort of video nights in Marrickville, but I didn't get to go to any of those. And but I came to this, and it was really good. Nice little format that you did. I won't spoil it for anybody, but nice to get a bit more of a holistic sort of view of you and your life and how it all falls into what you're doing now. And then I think also it was kind of cool seeing it sort of pre this fucking blast of attention that you've been getting as well. It's sort of like no one even saw that coming when you were doing those first few shows. So it's kind of cool to sort of be there listening to you talk up until that point and just nobody knowing what was about to come around the corner.
Yeah. It's had some fucking awesome responses, people loving the show, so it's good that I'm glad you came, man. Bloody legend. It's it's terrifying. It took so much work to get that going and get that on stage, and with the right flow and having my jokes in the right spot, and I what's the word I'm looking for? Just putting all that shit together, because I can probably explain it. It's like it's a multimedia show, so I've made a bunch of videos for it, as you know, and then do a bit of just taking the piss out of shit online, which is good fun. But I'm glad it worked on stage. It fucking went really well.
Oh, yeah, it was entertaining. But I fucking felt nervous for you walking out, because I just to go out there and, it's not stand up. I think if it was stand up or anything like that, then you know what to expect, even for the person who's doing stand up. But for you, I mean, it's still, not many people are doing what you're doing in general, let alone getting out there and having a chat about it and having this multimedia sort of thing as well.
Yeah,
I was sort of going, oh fuck, I mean, how's this going to go? And just in front of a crowd of people, and you could tell the way some people were reacting, that they knew you, and that there were other people in there that you could tell were like big fans of what you do, just watching them, how they react to things, and other people that I don't know if they understood where they were or what was going on, but they were there and they were experiencing it all, and it was just cool. It was just such a different night. Something, especially for me, I'm always, I might go to a comedy show or something like that, but I mean, most of the time it's just gigs. So it was a nice change from the normal gig and getting your ears blasted.
Yeah. No, it's a fucking fun night.
Did you learn anything from the first few shows?
Yeah, for sure. Just we'd run the show live, like rehearsed it fucking every day for a month and 2 months. So we kind of like checking the flow of things. I did a test run of like a kind of I did a practice show on my mates. I had my mates around, and Friends Warehouse let us run the show, and just got some feedback from them and saw kind of what stuff we can change. But we just kind of, a lot of it's reading the crowd and seeing what people are reacting to, and kind of going with that a little bit. And from the bits of stand up that I've been doing before this, it's been good to kind of see what's working in the room. And then I've got my mate Andrew Bensley up before me too, so he's a good indication of. He's a fucking funny dude. He's kind of one of the fellas who pushed me to do stand up so much. He's helped book me heaps, and so it's good. Yeah, it's fucking, can't wait to get back out there and smash back into it. It's fucking so much fun.
Have you ever considered doing more stand up, just standalone sort of stuff?
Yeah, I do stand up. Yeah, I have been doing it at pubs and bars and stuff around for a couple of years. So I do like just open mic spots a lot of the time, and then a couple of booked shows here and there. But never usually for more than about 15 minutes. So having an hour-long show was a big, quite a daunting fucking prospect. But I'm stoked that it went so well.
Well, it's good. It's good that, I always freak out about walking out on stage to talk about anything, and I don't have a guitar in front of me. Like, I can hide behind a guitar, so it's all right. And especially if you've got a bit of noise as well, you got a drum kit and other guitars around you.
Huge difference, You
hide behind it all. And I think the only thing you had to hide behind was a bit of a table with a laptop on it, so you could sort of go off to the side every once in a while when something was rolling. But it's daunting.
It is fucking daunting, yeah. It's very scary taking all your toys off here on stage. It's very different to fucking playing drums or playing guitar on stage. It's been a big shift. That it's like, fuck, I haven't got anything to wave around in my hands. I've got to kind of got to roll with it otherwise.
Try not to cross your arms. Don't put your hands in your pockets.
That's it.
Grab a drink or something to keep those hands occupied.
Yeah, the drink helps.
Yeah. Did you find there was a fine line with having a drink on stage as well? Just to, obviously you want to take the edge off a little bit, and
I could never tell with stuff like that. I'm a bit of a seasoned pisshead in some respects, but I'm pretty good on a couple of drinks. It's just I've noticed it in two different ways. Like, I've done stand-up sober plenty of times and then had a couple of drinks beforehand. I don't know whether it's better or worse yet. So I don't know. I would hope that it's better sober. So probably that.
Well, it'd be a more positive thing to say anyway.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, of course it's better.
Now, kids, Yeah. Don't have a drink beforehand.
Don't drink
You'll be
and
better
joke.
for it. Yeah, don't drink and joke. There's a t-shirt. How's your merch going?
Yeah, it's going all right. It's obviously slow. It's slow on the over Christmas season, but now it's picked up heaps, particularly with I've been rocking some of the new merch in my vids and stuff, so it's given it a nice push along.
Well, you definitely got an audience to show it off to.
Yeah, that's right.
Couple of
Yeah, no, it's going really well. We've got a bunch of new stuff out, so it's nice that people are digging it. Some cooking theme shit.
Good stuff, man. Well, I was going to ask you, like what's coming up on the horizon, but I mean, really, fucking who knows? And I mean, you got your shows, so they're all happening at the moment. And when is that? October?
Yeah, late September it starts. September the 30th, we kick back off, all things permitting. And yeah, we'll be touring through to next year and hosting some big shows and things coming up. Stuff I probably can't chat about yet, but yeah, there's a lot on the horizon, a lot going on. I'll be in the country for a while longer at least.
That's good stuff. Fucking congrats on the videos. I mean, even my wife sort of turned around and said, "I'm going to try some of these recipes." And I thought, oh well, there you go. It's hit a new level now when everyone's girlfriends and wives and everything are sort of going, oh, this is actually really good, and starting to experiment. And so many like, what would you call them? Other people doing versions of your videos online that you share on like Insta stories and
Covers.
stuff like that. Yeah, covers. There you go. I mean, when you see people doing that, you go, "Fuck, you're really onto something." So, and yeah,
Thanks,
man,
mate.
congrats.
Cheers. Yep. Cheers. Thank you. We'll fucking keep plugging away at us.
Hey, and if you want to check out his videos, if you haven't already, I'm pretty sure most of you have, but look, actually, to be honest, I'm recording this outro a little bit in advance, and I know that he's releasing daily videos, so if you're not up to date, there'll no doubt be another 2 or 3 videos that have come out since recording this, so go over to his pages, go and check them out, share them around. Although he's amassing massive attention, any shares, any social media love that you can throw his way will mean a hell of a lot to him. So make sure you support a good dude doing good things, an absolute champion, and yeah, someone that I've absolutely loved chatting to. So very cool to quickly catch up with him. As always, you can, actually what I say with every episode is reach out to every guest that's been on the Andy Social podcast. Back when I started in 2015, we're 220 fucking 3 episodes in now. Go back and find all the guests that you loved and enjoyed, and make sure you message them. Send them an email or DM or a comment on their page or whatever, and say that you listen to them on the Andy Social podcast, and pass on a little bit of love to them, because it goes a hell of a long way. It's a nice little way of giving back, because these people give a bit of time for me and for you all as well, and they cop a bit of an ear bashing from yours truly as well. So it's good to give back a little bit. So if you got a couple of seconds or a couple of minutes, then yeah, flick a few messages out there into the internet universe, and I'm sure these people will be stoked. A couple of things before we wrap up, very quickly, because I try to keep these things short and sweet. AndyDowling.net is the place to go if you want to learn more about me. All of my podcasts, obviously Andy Social, Nod to the Old School, which if you're an old school metalhead, you'll fucking love that. It's all about old school mixtapes, and I interview people such as Dave Ellison from Megadeth, Willie G, who was a guitar tech for Megadeth, also Slayer and Anthrax and Nevermore, etc. Johnny D from Doro, Tim from our band Lord, Joel Green, who plays in Witch Skull and used to play in Armored Angel, Brittany Slays from Unleash the Archers from Canada, and a whole bunch more. It's a great little series. You can go to AndyDowling.net and click on the Nod to the Old School graphic. And it's on all the podcast platforms as well. Self-Start is still there. Haven't been running that for a little while, but if you're interested or immersed in the self-employment world, then definitely go and check that out over at selfstarter.com.au. It's on all the podcast platforms, Apple, Google Podcasts, fucking Spotify, etc. It's all there. A nice way to learn a little bit more about being self-employed or running your own business, and it's probably more interesting and probably in some ways more useful now than ever before, especially with what's been going on around the world. So lots of great stories and great insights there. So go and check all that out over on my main page, andydowling.net. All my socials are there. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, fucking YouTube, the whole lot. I'm in as many places as possible. I'm not on fucking TikTok. I'm not on Snapchat. Maybe that'll change down the track, but I will anyway. Baby steps. We'll get there. And lastly, also, I am recording this a little bit in advance, but I'm just about to launch my Patreon page, which it should be out right now. If it's not out right now, message me and tell me I'm a lazy sack of shit because it needs to be out. And this is me holding myself accountable in advance. So search for the Andy Social Podcast on Patreon. I will have a link in the show notes as well. So you can just click through on your podcast player or on andydowling.net or andysocial.net and you'll be able to find it as well. But a couple of quick tiers there, $1 a month or fucking $5 a month or $10 a month. And that's it. Nice and simple, to the point, and a couple of little extra goodies there for people that are that way inclined. But that's it, folks. Another episode in the bag. I've got heaps more. I'm banked up. I've got so many fucking episodes that I've recorded in advance. I'm really looking forward to sharing them with you all. If you're not familiar with the Andy Social Podcast, yes, you can tell that I'm fucking doing extra plugs on these fucking, all my regular listeners are going, Andy, come on, calm the fuck down. But if you're not familiar, go back and have a listen to some of the previous episodes. It's a wide mix, an eclectic mix of amazing people from all walks of life, not just music, which is my background, but all the arts, the sciences, fucking sports, everything, just anyone that I find interesting, I try and get on the podcast, and I've got plenty more interesting people to come in the coming weeks. So that's it, folks. Take care, and until next week, folks, ta-ta. Larry.